On this one, we're going to make a custom graph with some artwork. We're going to open up 9-4. And what we have here is a flower, and we're going to actually turn this flower into the column in the graph. So if you want to go up to View Flower, like we did with the pencil, or you can do Control Plus to zoom in. I'm going to do View Flower, moving my swatch panel out of the way. And we're going to go to our Shape tool and get the Rectangle tool. And I'm going to make a rectangle around the flower, changing my fill to none and my stroke to none. Still clicked on the rectangle. You want to move it behind the flower. Object, Arrange, Send to Back. I don't see any difference there. Now we're going to go back to the Selection tool and make sure you select both the rectangle and the flower. And go up to Object, Graph, and we're going to turn that into a design. This is going to be a new design, and we're going to rename it Flower. Click OK, and then click OK again. You can go ahead and delete this. We don't need any more. Backspace or delete. And then I'm going to go back to View, Fit Artboard in Window, so I can see my graph. You can move that up if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the graph a little, Control Plus. You don't have to do that part. I just want you to see it easier. And I'm going to make sure I'm clicked on the graph with the Selection tool. And under my Object, Graph, I'm going to go to Column. And choose my flower. And I'm going to make sure it says Vertically Scaled here. And uncheck the Rotate box. Click OK. This is unchecked. And there it turns your flower into a graph. Go ahead and deselect. We're going to go ahead and change it up a little bit. So click back on the graph, Object, Graph, Column. And then make sure you're on the flower. And on this one, we're going to do something called repeating instead of vertically scaled. Repeating. And it'll ask you how many units do you want to repeat in the column. For instance, how many flowers do we want stacked on top of each other in the column? We're going to try 10. And make sure there's no check mark here on the rotate. And then on the 4 fractions, we want to click Chop Design. When you get all that in there, click OK. And you notice it changed your column graph. So each flower represents $1,000 in sales. So May had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $7,500 in sales. And you can figure out which month had which amount. That's it on 9-4. Save that with your name behind it and make sure you upload it to your Google Drive.